Hey Paisanos, Sleepy here and welcome to another pickups video. Now if you guys don't know what Paisanos is from, it's actually from that old Super Mario Brothers Super Show. The cartoon Mario that had the live action Captain Lou, and the guy that played Luigi, and always had those little live action segments. Well, they always started off every show where he would say, "Hey Paisanos, welcome to the Super Mario Brothers Super Show," and then the song would play and he'd do the Mario dance. That was fun. I've been watching that those DVDs the last couple of nights, and so I've had that paisano word in my brain, so I figured I'd use it in this video. But we'll get started here. I've got stuff from Best Buy, got a thing from eBay, and then most of this stuff is actually from my local game stores. I've been on vacation for over a week now. I've been enjoying my time, being able to relax, kick back, and not have to be at work. And so I took a few days and went out with my wife and did some game hunting and hit up several different locations of my favorite game stores here in my area. And I was able to find a bunch of stuff, a variety. We're going to start off with a bunch of strategy guides that I got good prices for because I love strategy guides. I like to collect them. I find them very useful for the games I play. I don't really like going online that much to find the info. I'd rather have a book that I can physically hold and look at because it's just easier for me to find specific information I'm looking for. And usually, you know, strategy guides are written better than guides like online, because sometimes the writing that people have on there are pretty bad, the grammar's terrible, and sometimes it's just annoying with that. So I like to have actual official strategy guides. I also just like the artwork and reading stuff that they add into the about the game in these strategy guides. So that's why I love getting them, and these guides are getting expensive and harder to find, especially online. Like a lot of these guides I looked up before I was going to buy them because I got them for a great price. They're going $10, $15, $20, and that's sometimes if they even have these available. So, you know, the further along we get, the harder these are going to be to find because not every store sells strategy guides anymore, and I'm lucky that my local game stores do, and I'm glad I didn't have to resort to eBay to get these. So we'll start off with the first one is Valhalla Knights. So this is for the PSP. This is a game that I do want to start playing. It's a fun action RPG game. This has everything for all the quests and everything you can do with it, so this definitely will come in handy. So I was very happy to find this for only 12 bucks. Next up for $5, and I actually just got this in my last pickups video for the PlayStation 2, is Phantom Brave, so a PS2 RPG from NIS America. So this strategy guide will definitely come in handy for that because it has all the battle stats, character stuff, skills, how to find everything, that kind of stuff. These are always helpful in RPGs, so very happy with that. Next up for $1, I got Hunted, the Demon's Forge. Has a little bonus concept art section, which is something I love. Like I said, I like looking at the artwork and stuff in these strategy guides. So I said for $1, we'll add it to the collection. Another one we got for $1 is Rise of the Argonauts. This was on 360, PS3, and PC. I actually have this on 360. Got about halfway through and stopped playing it. So I definitely need to go back through and play it. And I'll use this strategy guide to help me in case there's any like secrets or stuff to find. So I got that for $1. Next up, we've got Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, which I actually want to eventually get through all the Ratchet and Clank games. And there's always secrets and hidden stuff in these games, so getting these strategy guides is a must if you want to get everything. So for $1, I was happy to get that one. Also got Mission Impossible Operation Surma for $1. Prince of Persia, the official game guide. So this was that newer Prince of Persia game that they had released on 360. It was only $1 for that, so that'll come in handy. The Getaway here was $3, so that's a game I definitely want to go back to and beat. It does have this, it has a giant poster. It still has the poster in it, all the strategic stuff for going through the game, all the missions and stuff. This is a great game, The Getaway, and happy to have the strategy guide for only $3. Another Prince of Persia game here, Prince of Persia Warrior Within. Got this for $3. Another great strategy guide to have. For $3, I finally got a Aliens Colonial Marines, which I do love this game. I know this game got a lot of flack and a lot of hate from people, but I love Aliens. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love the series and the franchise. I read the comic books, the the movies, the games. I've been playing them forever, and I was just a huge Alien fan. I mean, I was a little disappointed with the graphics and stuff, but overall, I really enjoyed the story. And I'm surprised I actually never got the strategy guide for it, so happy to finally have the strategy guide, and this thing's in really, really good condition. And I believe there are collectibles in this game. I don't remember if there are, but if they are, this definitely will be helpful for that. But so happy to have this in the collection now. Next up, we have another Ratchet & Clank game, Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Really good condition, was only $3. Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time, so another one was only $3, so that was awesome. For $3, I got the original X-Men Legends strategy guide, which is awesome because this game is filled with secrets and stuff. Now, I beat this first game, but I didn't 100% get everything in it, so this strategy guide will be helpful with me being able to discover all the secrets. I would like to go back through and play this again. Fun, top-down action-adventure game that I highly recommend. If you've never played it before, play it, because these are what got started before we got the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games that they have released. So definitely pick up X-Men Legends. Great game. Next up, we got Chaos Legion, and this one was $4, which I recently got this game this year too, so looking forward to playing through that. Got the strategy guide. Another Ratchet and Clank here. Ratchet and Clank Deadlock was only $5, and it came with a bonus DVD strategy guide, which is pretty cool. Usually people take that stuff out, so I was happy to see that in there. $5 was a great price for this, so now I've got quite a few of the Ratchet and Clank strategy guides for my collection now. Next up here for DS, I got Yoshi's Island DS strategy guide, which I'm surprised I didn't have this. It's from the official guide from Nintendo Power. Usually these guides are like $20, and there has Nintendo on it, you know, it's usually expensive. So I was glad to find it for $5. Definitely will be helpful going through this game, because I have not played this one in a long time, so this will be helpful. Next up we have the Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, which this is a great turn-based Lord of the Rings RPG game that I've been playing on the Xbox. It's been a long time since I played it, but this strategy guide definitely will become helpful. It was only $5, so awesome for that. Next up, we've got another Ratchet and Clank game, and this is Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. There's a lot of Ratchet and Clank games, like I said, and I want to get all the strategy guides, so I'm slowly, you know, finding all the ones, and right now, you know, I got a good start for the different ones out there, so happy for that. $5, great deal. Next up, we have another one here, Red Faction Armageddon, sequel to Red Faction Guerrilla. Great title. I never did beat this, so this strategy guide will come in handy when I go back to it, and I remember this one was only $4, so not a bad deal for that at all. Got a 007 Agent Under Fire. This was another one that was only $4. Great price. Love James Bond games. These are always helpful to get secrets and stuff in the games. Next up, we have the Ultimate Spider-Man for $5. Never played this before, but I have had it recommended to me. People said it's a great Spider-Man game worth playing through, so I got the strategy guide for that. $5, not bad. These next strategy guides I was very happy to get because I love this series, and I'm glad I had the strategy guides because they used to be pretty expensive. And this first one here, and he was $5, was the Legacy of Kain Defiance, which I love the Legacy of Kain games on PlayStation 1. These will definitely come in handy. I also got Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for $5, and in really good condition too, so I'm very happy with that. And we also got Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 for $5, so happy to have all the Legacy of Kain games strategy guys. I think I just need one more to complete that set, so very happy to get that. Just got two more here for $5. I got White Knight Chronicles 2, which my brother actually gave this game to me a couple years ago for PlayStation 3. Never played it before. Saw the strategy guide there. I know when I eventually get to it, I will definitely enjoy using this strategy guide to find all the secrets and have the walkthroughs and everything, boss strategies, that kind of thing. Love it, so happy with that. And the final one I got, which is actually a collector's edition, which I love collector's edition strategy guides, just like I like collector's editions for games. And that is Batman Arkham Origins Collector's Edition Strategy Guide for $8. Great deal. I love its, you know, hardcover, and it's in really good condition. And got all the secrets and stuff for beating the game, which I have not played Batman Arkham Origins. I've only played Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. And I beat Arkham Asylum a couple times, and I've actually have not beat City. So once I beat City, I want to go beat the other Batman games in this series. But these are some of the best Batman games they've ever made. Love them, so happy to get the strategy. I do want to get the strategy guides for the other Batman titles as well. So those are all my strategy guides I got, guys. You can see, got quite a few. Great prices and everything. So happy to have those. And we have one thing now to share with you that I got from eBay. This is another one of the official Xbox magazines that I was waiting on. This one had a little long delay for shipping, which is not the seller's fault. It's the post office. You know, they have been slow lately. It was only $7 shipped, and that was the Ultimate Guide to Halo Reach from the makers of the official Xbox magazine. Another one of those bonus issues. So happy to get this. I'm getting closer every day to getting a complete set. I'm just looking for those last, like, I think it's like 7 or 8 issues, and then of course there's a bunch of special issues like this that I'm trying to track down to complete my set. So really looking forward to when that set's done. So very happy with that. We'll move on to a couple things I got from Best Buy. Somebody on one of my game groups shared that Best Buy had having a clearance sale on PS4 and Xbox One titles. They were marked down to $6 brand new. Only thing is you couldn't buy them in store. You had to have them buy from their website. And if you shipped to the store, it was free shipping. Or if you had to ship it to your house, you had to pay like $6 or $7. I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend extra money. I'll just ship it to the store and pick it up there. And so I actually picked this up on the first day of my vacation. And the first one I got was Mother Gunship. And this has extra campaign and gun parts, brand new and sealed. Saw some gameplay of it, and it looked kind of fun. I figured I'd give it a try for $6. If you guys have played it, let me know how it is. And the other one I got, which I'm actually going to give my other copy to my buddy Dean, is they had a copy of Metal Wolf Chaos XD that I recently just picked up. $6 for a brand new copy is a hell of a deal. So my other copy that I got, Dean, will be going to you in your package when that eventually gets here, so you'll be able to play this crazy-ass game that was originally on the Xbox. It's a really cool game. Definitely you guys should check out, so happy to get that. And we got one thing from Gamefly. Now, I got this, it was only $25 after I used a $5 coupon because I had it down to $30. Another Nintendo Switch title, and I love this on the Wii U, and that was Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is an awesome game. Continuing that Super Mario Bros. Side-scrolling series. Definitely worth playing. This also has the new Super Mario Bros. Luigi U, so it has the 2 games combined into one pack for the Switch. And $25 is a great deal because GameStop still sells this for $54. My local game store still sells this for $55. And it's still $60 brand new everywhere else. So I love getting games cheaper at Gamefly when I can. And I love that it has the great world map on the inlay of the case. Now, I keep all my games in my Switch case where I have my Nintendo Switch. They all fit underneath it, so I don't actually keep them in their cases. I keep them there so I can take it with me and play. But definitely get new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Awesome game if you don't have it. Wonderful title. And I'll share with you guys one gift I got from my buddy Jeff that I work with at my work. He actually used to work at an arcade and said he had this gun that he took off of a Time Crisis machine or a cat, I don't know. But it has a Sega thing on it, so it used to be a light gun game. And he just thought I would enjoy it. It's a little rough because, this was used a lot from people that are playing the game. They took the cords out, and he said, they would take the guns apart and throw them away when they got new guns in to replace them. So he just kept this one over the years, and he thought that I would enjoy keeping it. So it looks a little rough, but still got the Sega logo, but it's definitely going to be a great display piece. I just got to find a place for it in the game room. So Jeff, thanks so much for this, bro. I really appreciate it. And now we'll move on to some... I got some more Famicom games for my collection, which I've been building up a huge Famicom collection this year. And I don't usually see too many Famicom games at my local game stores. I had a couple there, so I picked up the ones that I knew I could play without having to know Japanese to read. But first one we got for $5 was Mario Open Golf. So you got Mario there, and you got a little sad Luigi. $5, great deal for this. I played this a little bit. It's a fun little Mario golfing game. Which, yeah, it's golf, Mario, always a good way to go. Next up for $6 we got Yoshi no Tamagotchi. So this is a Yoshi puzzle game, which I played on the NES. Fun game, so happy to get that. Was $6. And the last Famicom game I got there was Gradius, which is a shooter, which back in the day, we called shoot 'em up shooters. This is before first-person shooter, but now people call shooters. They think of first-person shooters. Whenever I hear a shooter, I think of these old shooting games, where you're like a ship and you either go scrolling up or you're scrolling left or right, fighting different enemies. So that's what I'm used to, a shooter's at $6. Was fun. Love Gradius. I don't have it on NES, and I've got the Famicom version, so that's great. Got a couple PlayStation 1 titles. First one here was brand new and sealed. I didn't even know that. I just did not have it, so I grabbed it, and that was All-Star Racing 2. It was only $3, which is a hell of a deal. Still even has that old little hang tab on the back, so that's awesome. I like finding old sealed games. Pretty cool, so... I like the first one, never played the second one, so now I have it, so that's awesome. And then I also got myself another long box PlayStation 1 game, because I would like to someday get the entire run. I don't know if there's like 100 or 200 or so of these long box PS1 games, but I just love them. Here's one I did not have, and that was Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits. It's in pretty good condition. The top's coming up a little bit, but I can put a little, glue or something under there and glue it back down. And It is complete with the manual. It even has a little foam piece, and the disc is minty. So happy to get that, and only $5, so that's awesome. I got quite a few of these long box PS1 games. I love collecting them. Alright, next up we got one Game Boy Advance title. This was $8, and I've been looking for this for a while. I went to that game store where that guy dropped off his huge collection, and this was one of the games that I had missed when I was there, and that was Crash of the Titans. I love these Crash Bandicoot games. So now I pretty much have all the Crash Bandicoot games on Game Boy Advance, so I'm very happy to have that now. For DS, I got a copy of Crash Mind Over Mutant for $15, so another Crash Bandicoot game. Another one I've been after. I like to get these complete, at this, complete with the manual, because I've seen this loose a lot, but I don't want to get loose games for DS. You know, there's just certain handhelds I like to have complete, and DS and 3DS are those kind of games that I have to have complete for my collection, if I can help it. So, very happy to get that. Really good condition, too. For Game Boy Advance, now this one was a little pricey, it was $30, but it's an RPG that I've wanted to get for a while, and it costs usually like $45 or $50 online. And that is Shining Soul, and it's in a custom, with a custom cover in a Nintendo DS case. Exactly what I would do anyway, so I don't have to print it out now. Game's in there, it's legit and everything. So happy to get that. Looking forward to playing through this action RPG game, because I've heard really good things about it. I've wanted to get a copy for a long time. You know, you just have to be careful, though, when you buy Game Boy Advance games, because there are a lot of bootlegs out there, especially for RPGs and stuff, which I know how to tell by checking the board, holding up to a light, and the sticker and everything. I got some tricks that I've learned from buddies and just over the years of what to look out for to not get gypped by buying counterfeit games, because I have found a few counterfeit games at my local game stores, and I brought it to their attention like, hey dude, you know, you guys did bring in a counterfeit game, so, you know, whatever you paid for, you know, you guys got ripped off, because this is one of those Chinese cheap knockoff things. So they did thank me. Whenever I find them, I do turn them into them, so that way they know, because, you know, it's really hard for you to sell bootleg stuff, so I let them know when I can. But I always check my Game Boy Advance games, because piracy is so rampant with this system. It's sad, but it is. So just be aware if you're buying Game Boy Advance games, check your carts and make sure they're legit before you take them home, because you don't want to get screwed by buying a fake, especially those Pokemon titles. Next up, we got some PSP games. Like I said, you guys know my big goal this year was to keep building up my handheld collection, and I have been building up my PSP collection lately. It's one of those consoles I only like to have complete with the case and manual, you know, unless it's a game like I just have to have to play. I might buy it loose, but I prefer them to be complete. And the first one I got for $5 was a game called The Con, and it just looked fun reading the back, some kind of like fighting game. I guess you fight with like convicts or something maybe, but it looked fun. And it is complete and really good condition too, so $5, great deal for that. Next up we have Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventure. I love these Lego games on the console, so I wanted to get the little handheld ports. They're always fun games to play on the go, and it is also complete. Not bad for $6. Next one here is Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which I beat this on 360. I don't know if the PSP version is any different than the console ports. That's why I wanted to try it out. Now it is greatest hits, but that doesn't bother me at all. $6 was a great deal, and it is complete, so very happy to have that. Can't wait to try this one out. Next up, we have another Lego game here, the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean video game for $6, which I love these little Lego games. They're fun to play. Well, it fell out, and there's a little extra stuff in there, but, you know, great deal for $6. We'll get that put in there after this video. Next up here for $6, I got Monster Jam Urban Assault, so a monster truck racing game and like mini games and stuff. Looked kind of cool. I like racing games, so another one for the collection, and it is complete, so that was great. Next up here I got Iron Man 2, and this one was $8, and I have the first Iron Man on PSP, and now I've got the second one. I beat both of these on the 360, so I'd like to see how the PSP ports play. And they're also complete. Next up, I actually got this for my wife and myself, because she actually wants to start playing this series, and that is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and it was only $8. Normally the game stores want $15 to $25 for a copy, so this location had it for $8 in great condition, complete. I had to jump on it, so I picked that up for her, because she wants to actually play through all the Kingdom Hearts games, because one of her friends has been talking like crazy about Kingdom Hearts ever since Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, like, that she loves it. My wife's been intrigued by it, so I told her I'd track down all the different Kingdom Hearts games for her so she can start playing them, so glad to get that. Next up, we have another Lego game here, and this is Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, which is pretty cool because it's the first Lego Star Wars game not based on or based off of one of the movies. You know, it's just its own thing based off I think the Clone Wars TV show, maybe. But this looked fun. Have it for the consoles. Like I said, I like to get the handheld ports to play these on the go because they're fun games. And that one was only $8. A good deal for that. Next up, we have Street Fighter 3, or Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. This was $12. Great deal. This normally goes for like $20 to $30 on eBay, so I was glad to get it local. And it is complete, and I love these Street Fighter fighting games, especially on handhelds. They're fun to play, so glad to get that. And this last PSP game, which I've been wanting to get for a while, I just don't want to pay the $30, $40, and $50 that people want online. And that is, man, I don't remember how this is said. Jean d'Arc, something like that. It was $20, kind of pricey for a game for the PSP, but this is basically half the price it goes for online, and it is in really good condition. Great RPG. It is complete, and I've been wanting to get this. I love that artwork on the inside cover there. So happy to get this. I've been looking for this forever, and I just didn't want to have to spend that $40 that they want on eBay for it. So to get it for $20 local was a great deal. So happy to get that. So that'll take care of all the PSP games. Just have a few things left here. A couple of plushes I got. They had there. I got a Yoshi here for $3, which he has a little zipper thing. You can put coins in him. It has his little tag in there. I just liked how he looked. It was $3. I think it's from 2010, so about 10 years old now. And they also had a matching bar to go with it, but he was $5. So got a couple more plushes. You know, these damn things multiply, though. You know, I just got a couple, and now my game room is just exploded with these little Mario collectibles. They're everywhere, but I love them. So happy to add those to the collection. Also found a Dreamcast VMU, and I did not have this, and it's a smoke gray color one. It even had the little cap, which they usually are missing these. It was only $5. They had a regular white one they wanted $10 for. I figured I'd get this. You know, I always need memory cards, and I love these little VMUs. They just take little CR2032 cell batteries, 2 of them, which you can easily buy big packs of them on eBay, which I need to do. Great thing and great innovative thing for the Dreamcast that I wish they had done in future consoles, but so happy to get this because I did not have a smoke gray VMU. Great deal for $5. And we'll end here with some PS2 games and then my favorite pickup, which I'll share at the end. So I got another one here, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for PS2 was only $8. Like I said, another one for my wife for her to play through the series, which I'd also like to play through as well, and that is complete. Next up, we got The King of Route 66 was only $5. So this is a replay. It's a giant big ring. I remember this was in the arcade and stuff. My brother and I actually rented this a long time ago for the PlayStation 2, and we really loved it. And I just completely forgot about it when I saw it there and looked at it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the game I love. So looking forward to checking this out and playing it again. I haven't played it in so long, and it is in complete and really good condition, and was a hell of a deal for only $5. Next up, we got a copy here of Medal of Honor Vanguard, which I love the Medal of Honor games, and I did not even play Vanguard ever. I played the other 3 that were released because they also had an Xbox, but this was never released on the original Xbox, only on PlayStation 2 and possibly the PC. So I've never played this one, another World War II shooter. I love the Medal of Honor series, so I can't wait to play this one. And this one was also complete as well, so happy to get that. Next up, I have another racing game here. It was only $4, and it's called Grand Prix Challenge. It's an Atari title. Formula 1 racer. Looked cool. Did not know much about it. Just happened to see it there. Picked it up. It's in pretty good condition. So I'll let you guys know in one of my weekly playlist videos when I check this out to see how I like this racing game and whether I recommend it or not. But $4, definitely worth trying out. Next up here, got some RPGs. Wild Arms 3, which I actually have the Wild Arms 1 and 2 on PS2, or PS1, and now I have Wild Arms 3 on PS3. It was only $15, and one of the guys that was working there was like, oh, holy crap, I didn't know we had a Wild Arms 3, and he's like, I would have bought it if I knew, but, you know, since I had it, he couldn't obviously take it from me, so I was able to buy it, but so happy that I got that and in good condition. This is another one of those titles, usually online, $20, $30 for it, so $15 is a great deal for that. I just need to get the other ones to complete my Wild Arms series, because this was a fun RPG series. And I actually rented this a long time ago and played it, and I enjoyed it. Next up here, this one was a little pricey here at $22, but this is Altileer Iris Eternal Mana, recommended by one of my good buddies, said you gotta pick up a copy if you can find it. I've been finding this at my game stores for 25, 30, 35 bucks. It's always missing the manual or jacked up. Finally found one for 22 bucks at a location, and it was actually complete and in good condition. So looking forward to eventually getting through this RPG, because he said it's worth playing through and it's very fun. So glad to get that. And I've been trying to build up my RPG collection when I can for cheap, because these titles have been going up in popularity as more and more people are going back and collecting for PlayStation 2. So happy with that. And the final PS2 game, which actually is games I got in this collection I've wanted to get forever, because I've had these two loose for a long time, but I never had them with the outer box, and that was Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories double pack with the box. So both of those are PSP Grand Theft Auto games that they ported to the PS2. Now you can get them both in individual releases, which the Liberty City Stories is about a $20 game, but that freaking Vice City Stories is going for like $75, $100 online, and it's going for about $80 here locally. Now they had this one for only $15 for both, and they had that standalone copy of Vice City Stories for $80 next to it. So obviously I picked the one for 15 bucks. Great condition here, and both games came complete with the manual. They came with the map, the little warranty card in there, and was in really good condition. So, you know, this person that had it really took care of this stuff. This is definitely what I would call collector's condition, where it's just really nice condition, outer box and everything. And $15 was a steal for this, because this is freaking hard to find with the box. You can usually find these loose like this, but with the outer box, but that's not all jacked up and beat up, is definitely hard to find. Even online it's hard to find, and locally this is the only one I've seen in years. So for $15 was a hell of a deal for this. So happy to get this, and I love these games. And I've actually been on my vacation, been playing Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, so you guys will actually hear me talk about that in my next weekly playlist video, so keep an eye out for that. But so happy to get that. And now we're going to go through my final pickup. I was so happy. I've wanted to get one of these for years. I just not have had any luck lately finding one because of the pandemic. You know, people have been buying everything up, and my local game store actually got a couple of these in, and that is a PlayStation Vita console. Now, this was priced at $160. However, I used $50 in my rewards point savings. So this game store, all of them are linked together. There's like 40-some plus locations. Are in like 4 different states. Well, they have a little card that you scan, and every time you spend money, you know, you earn money back you can use to take off your games. And I had over $50 saved, so I used 50 bucks on this, and I got this for 110, and then with tax, like 114 total. And I got this PSP in really good condition. I just need to wipe it down because I've been playing it a lot. Awesome game. Now, it did not have a memory card for it, which you have to have in order to play games. So I had to go to a different location, and they happened to have one left, an 8 gig one for 20 bucks, because the memory cards for these Vitas are just ridiculously expensive. One of their other locations had the, I don't know, the 64 gig, whatever the largest one. They wanted 150 bucks for it. I wasn't going to pay that for it, because I don't buy digital games. You know, I have my physical, so I just needed something where I can save games and a couple, you know, DLC stuff and that. So it's 114 bucks. I finally got a PS Vita. So happy for that. And it came with the charger, which is needed, and I also bought a case. They had a nice Vita case there. It was 10 bucks. Black and red case here. Put the Vita in there, keeps it protected. There's a place to store games and stuff, and you know, it's one of those durable cases. If I was to drop it, it would keep the PSP from breaking. Which for my handhelds, I have cases for all of them, especially if I take them with me on the go. That way, that if I was to ever drop them when they're in this case, you know, they'll be protected. Plus, it's just easier to carry them. Like this thing, you know, you can just clip onto a backpack or something, you know. And it was great to find for 10 bucks. And it even says PS Vita on it, so happy with that. And then I picked up one game. Now, it is loose. It's just a game that I really wanted to play. A buddy recommended it when I was in the store, and that was Dungeon Hunter Alliance. So this is one of those top-down action RPGs, plays like Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance, or your Champions of Norath games. My buddy told me, you know, you got to get this game. It's fun. It was only 10 bucks. He said that's a good deal because normally like a complete one's like 20 or 30 bucks on eBay. So for $10, you know, I wanted to get it so I have a game to play. I do have a couple PlayStation Vita games that I've picked up over the years. I got a couple my brother donated to me, so I do have a nice handful of games for my Vita, but I'm so happy to finally have one. and for such a great deal. So I just love supporting my local game stores. You know, if you guys have a local game store in your area, you know, make sure you're supporting those people. You know, you're keeping them going. You know, your Amazons and them eBays, those are giant corporations. They'll be fine in this pandemic. But your local mom and pop guys, you know, they can't weather, you know, stuff like this that happened this year. So if you're able to support them, you know, that's what you should do. Keep your local businesses afloat by spending your money there instead of online. And I love supporting my local game stores. I've been going to them for 20 years, and I will continue to keep going to them as long as they are open, because they are always wonderful there. The staff is knowledgeable. They're nice. They hook you up with deals, and I've never had a bad experience at any of their locations, so I love supporting them. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care, have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see you guys next time.